Hey guys, welcome to the latest video, and as the previous two videos, in this one too we're going to tackle cards. But this one's a little different. We're going to do something funky that's not usually used in a lot of designs. So let's roll the intro to get started. Okay guys, so I have the usual boilerplate right over here, the CDN for Tailwind and some base classes on the body. Next step is to just create a div for the card. Alright, and let's give it a class bg teal 200 so that we can keep track of the background. Right now it's going to be nothing because this div has no content. Now inside our div there are going to be two more divs. So div 1, div 2. In the first div we'll have our heading. So let's say what's programming? Like, let's think of this as a blog postcard. Alright, and right over here we're going to have a p tag, and as always I'm not going to type out the description, it's just going to be lorem ipsum. Instead of 15, let's just go with 10. Alright, cool. So let's give this section a background. Let's say bg gray 600, and let's give this section a background bg gray 900. Cool. So now I'm going to style the first heading section. First we're going to put around some padding, then say text LG, font bold, text gray 100, yeah, and we can turn this up to 700 rather, the background. Yeah, and now for the next section we can say text gray 100, text SM P4. Cool. And as you remember, we had this bg teal 200 on the original div. We can completely get rid of it because both are sections. Now let's leave it in for a while so that we see what we're trying to do. Alright, so now we have these two sections. Now we can adjust the widths. So what I can do is, on the heading div I can say w-3/4. So what this does is simply it's going to shrink down its width to 75% of what it originally is. So let's try that. Alright, so that seems shrink down. And for the paragraph, for the description, I'm going to say w-2/3, and this is going to be somewhere around 66%, let's say. Alright, so now you see the original div is this long, but this is 66% of the width, this is 75% of the width. And either on this div we can try saying text center. Alright, this doesn't give us the effect. What I want is both these blocks should be in the center. So instead of using flexbox or something, we can just simply say mx auto on both these blocks. So what mx auto does is it sets the margin left and right to auto for both these blocks. Alright, and now here comes the thing that I have been waiting to do. We can use negative top margin. So let's say -mt-3. This is going to cause a heading and a description to overlap, and I think this effect is pretty nice. It's not done yet though. What I want to do is have huge rounded corners because this doesn't look good this way. So rounded LG on the heading and rounded LG on the description. Now let's get rid of the background color for a second, the useless one. Alright, I think that looks good. I'm going to make the body background color lighter so that it's easier for you guys to see. Yeah, this looks good in my opinion. What we can do is on the description, basically we can add a shadow LG. So you see there's this shuttle shadow over here now, which is basically another visual cue to say that this is floating over the heading. So yeah, and if you wanted to adjust the placement a bit, you could also maybe, let's say, minus ml-2 to pull it out over here, or you can say minus ml1, and it can be like this. I know this is really disjointed or broken sort of, but yeah, that was the idea of this video, trying out something new that hasn't been really made a lot, and it's a nice way to get around with negative top margin. Alright guys, so that's it for this video, and I hope you really liked it. If you learned something, just let me know in the comments and give it a like if you like this design, because I'm not sure if I like this design or not. And if you want to see me build anything with Tailwindcss, just let me know in the comments so that I can get to it. Thank you guys.